But there's one thing that Malaysian customer service, I will say, is not doing as well as Indonesian customer service in, and that is this.
Tapi, betul kalau aku tanya, kok lo jutek banget sih? Lepas aku macam lost. Aku macam, what do you mean? Apa salah aku? Sebab aku perasan, Kesha kat Jakarta or Indonesia, I don't know, I'm not sure about other parts, are so friendly.
Selamat siang Pak. Macam tu dia. Selamat siang Pak. Silakan Pak. Dia tu. Saya kata, gila tu. Kita nak dapat macam tu kat Malaysia ni, gajo tu.
Based on your experience, what country has the best people?
Indonesia.
What country has the best people?
Indonesia, 100%. We love Bali. We actually really want to move there. They're so friendly. Indonesia?
Oh, why?
I think they're just really nice and like when you meet them, they're just always really happy.
Halo guys, selamat datang di channel CM Religi. Di video kali ini, kita akan membahas sesuatu yang menarik sekaligus cukup relate dengan kehidupan sehari-hari, yaitu perbedaan budaya pelayanan antara Indonesia dan Malaysia. Ternyata, hal-hal yang terlihat sederhana seperti cara melayani pelanggan bisa memberikan kesan yang sangat berbeda, bahkan sampai membuat sebagian orang merasa kaget budaya. Nah, kira-kira apa sih yang membuat pelayanan di Indonesia terasa unik di mata orang Malaysia? Yuk kita bahas bersama.
Guys, one of the big differences between Malaysians and Indonesians is this. Now, I'm not going to come out here and slag Malaysia. In fact, I've had a lovely week. There are some things in Malaysia that they do way better than Indonesia. Obviously, roads, it's more peaceful, it's more organized, all that boring stuff. But there's one thing that Malaysian customer service, I will say, is not doing as well as Indonesian customer service in, and that is this. Whether you're a waitress, a customs official, you're working in immigration, you're working at a restaurant, you're attending to a customer's need, you're a taxi driver, you're a Grab driver or whatnot, Malay use the word senyum, Indonesia use the word senyum, and the Indonesian senyum is way more present in customer service interactions. And that's not saying I haven't had some great customer service in Malaysia. I mean, I have. But it's very common for me to go, wait, what? Where's the smiles? Why are you being a bit rude? Like, what's this? I just think in general, Indonesian customer service is just awesome. It's friendly all the time, everywhere. And so when that doesn't happen to you, it's a super standout thing for me to feel. I wonder why. Anyway, comment below, tell me what you think. And do you love my new shirt?
Aku ada cerita menarik pasal benda ni. Okay, dulu aku selalu duduk kat Jakarta dan aku selalu pergi Indomaret. Indomaret tu macam 7E. So first time aku pergi dengan kawan aku di Indonesia. Okay, macam biasa lah kita beli barang kan. Okay, kalau kau beli barang, kau bagi barang, lepas tu bayar, then ambil balik barang, kasih, belah. Biasalah kan. Tapi, betul kalau aku tanya, kok lo jutek banget sih? Lepas aku macam lost. Aku macam, what do you mean? Apa salah aku? Sebab aku perasan, Kesha kat Jakarta or Indonesia, I don't know, I'm not sure about other parts, are so friendly. Kalau pergi Indomaret tu dapat jauh lagi dah serbu korang. Selamat datang di Indomaret, selamat belanja. Aku rasa macam kita dah terbiasa dengan interaksi yang minimal supaya kita tak menyusahkan dia dan dia pun tak nak menyusahkan kita. I mean tak susah pun kalau orang tu friendly dengan kita, okey je. Cuma tu je lah perbezaan dia tu agak menarik.
Kalau orang Indo ramah banget.
Ya, ada orang yang lebih friendly. Betul, kalau di Malaysia beberapa kali gue kesana tuh gue ngerasa untuk kayak waiters, dia toko, food court atau apapun itu biasanya kurang
ramah, bener.
Di Singapura apalagi, Singapura
betul.
Bisa kalau lu
bisa dimarahin kita.
Kalau nggak pelongo nggak jelas bisa dikosehin.
Bahkan udah ditulis loh. Kalau kita marahin mereka itu bisa dikena hukum.
Ya.
Jadi kayak kita itu nggak boleh verbal abuse terhadap pegawai di sono gitu.
Padahal mereka sering verbal abuse.
Kita bingung. Jadi mereka boleh dong marahin kita nggak boleh marahin balik gitu. Nah kalau di Singapura banyak banget orang itu kayak nggak tahu itu kalau sana lu sono lu belanja, lu mau beli barang, terutama fast food, lu itu udah harus tahu lu mau pesan apa. Kalau udah giliran lu masih pelangak pelongo, habis lu. Udah lewat lu, bener. Diajain. Jadi kayak beberapa kali kita suka gitu kan. Kita kan nggak terbiasa nih. Kadang-kadang kita masih pengen lihat menunya. Kadang kan maksudnya menu di sono kan mungkin kurang lengkap. Kita pengen lihat menu lengkapnya gitu kan. Jadi nyampe kita lihat menu, habis lu udah. Disuruh, udah minggir gitu loh.
Biar belakang dulu gitu.
Iya.
Buat bekerja kan, saya tengok saya pergi ke Indonesia. Indonesia kan, bila sampai je dekat tu, sampai dekat hotel, selamat siang pak, macam tu dia. Selamat siang pak, silakan pak, dia tu. Saya kata, gila tu, kita nak dapat macam tu kat Malaysia ni, gajo tu. Selamat siang pak, silakan pak, dia tu. Driver kan, supir naik kereta, dia pakai baju batik Jawa dalam kereta. So kita turun kat tempat makan kan, saya kata suruh dia bawa tu kat tempat makan dia sedap. So dia berhenti kat situ. Saya pun ajak dia, pak, mari kita makan sama. Tak apa, aman pak, aman pak, dalam mobil aja pak, di mobil aja pak, aman pak. Tak turun dia. Kau banding dengan driver kita kat Malaysia ni, dia sama konyang dengan bos saya tu. Nampak tak? Silap-silap kan, bos pun tak makan. Bos tak makan, dia yang makan dulu. Aduh tuan, aduh tu Malaysia. Tapi nak tunjukkan driver dia macam tu, dia duduk tegak dalam kereta. Lepas tu sampai tu, saya ingat dekat hotel tu, saya cakap kan, boleh tunjukkan saya di mana toiletnya? Sini pak, ikut saya pak. Dia tinggal tak menyangkung sebelah aku, kau tahu. Dia nunjuk tu sampai ke pintu bilik air tu pun dibuka. Tak apa, cukup, saya kata. Bagus ke tak bagus? Tanya. Bagus, tapi dekat Malaysia tak dapat macam tu tu. Dan bila saya tanya pada sahabat-sahabat daripada Indonesia ni, dia kata apa? Dia kata bukan bagus pak, dia kata, tapi dia sudah tidak ada pilihan. Dia kena buat macam tu. Kalau dia tak nak buat, ramai lagi dalam Indonesia tu nak buat macam tu. Sebab nak dapat kerja susah. Tu sebab bila kerja dia buat sampai macam tu sekali. Nampak tak? Macam kita lah susah dapat kerja, kita kerja betul-betul. Itu maksud dia. Iya, saya fikir, ya Allah, dari segi hospitality, itu sebab orang suka pergi ke sana. Nampak macam ni, selamat siang pak, aman pak. Kita pergi hotel, saya nak bilik penuh. No, mahal dia, bukan online. Macam tu.
Guys, dalam video ini diceritakan bagaimana seorang dari Malaysia merasa cukup terkejut dengan pelayanan yang ia temui di Indonesia. Bukan karena buruk, justru sebaliknya. Pelayanan di Indonesia dianggap lebih santai, hangat, dan tidak terlalu kaku. Di Indonesia, interaksi antara pelanggan dan pelayan sering terasa lebih natural, seperti tidak ada jarak yang terlalu formal. Hal ini membuat suasana menjadi lebih nyaman dan tidak terkesan dibuat-buat.
Assalamualaikum semuanya, kita 2 bulan di Karawang. Ini saya asli Prancis.
Dan aku dari Denmark.
Ya, kamu rasa gimana di Indonesia sebagai orang bule?
Aku suka banget di sini, soalnya aku bisa sholat di mana-mana, aku bisa pakai hijab, gak ada yang marah kalau aku pakai hijab di sini. Dan juga orang di sini ramah banget. Kamu gimana?
Saya juga rasa senang banget di sini, sebagai Muslim bisa pakai kerudung di mana-mana dan orang bangga karena kita mualaf. Tapi sesuatu sedikit culture shock untuk saya itu macet ya.
Ya macet. Kalau di Eropa jarang macet, jadi capek banget di sini.
Dan kalau tidak macet, kita tidak ada memanfaatkan untuk terlambat. Tapi di sini bisa bilang, oh saya lambat karena macet.
Iya.
Tapi kalau di Eropa mereka nggak bisa bilang.
Iya.
Based on your experience, what country has the best people?
Indonesia, Ireland.
Russia. I went to Fiji a couple years ago, and it was like people were wonderful there. So I'm gonna say Fiji.
Indonesia?
Are you Indonesian?
No. Maybe Spain. The best people, Morocco. Morocco. It's pretty good here, but also Canada, I would say, has some pretty nice people.
What country has the best people?
Indonesia, 100%. We love Bali. We actually really want to move there. They're so friendly.
Indonesia?
Oh, why?
I think they're just really nice, and like when you meet them, they're just always really happy. Recently, I went to Philippines.
Yeah.
And yeah, Philippine people are really nice.
I don't know. I like British people because they don't care. They're nice. They don't. If I don't want to socialize, they don't want to socialize. So I love them. Yeah.
Based on your experience, what country has the best people?
Indonesia. No, you have to take it on an individual person per person basis. We had a very bad reputation from the Second World War because in the First World War, all our merchant ships were blown out of the water and people starved, and became malnutritioned. So we had to have a Ministry of Food to teach us to eat nothing but potatoes.
In Indonesia, what I like the most about service is that it comes without conditions. It's not just great, but it's also honest. As you know, I'm a Mexican married to an Indonesian man, and something that we both like about our countries is service and how warm is the people. But something that I really dislike about service in Mexico, and it's not something that happens 100% of the time, but it happens often, especially in gentrified areas. So here in Mexico, as in many other countries, when you go to a restaurant, you tip. And my husband, who's Indonesian, he's very shocked because regardless if the service was good or bad, I always tip 10% of the bill. So let's say we pay 600,000 IDR, I would leave 60,000 IDR of tip. 10% is like the standard number. When somebody gives us a very good service, maybe I could leave 15%. And rarely, very rarely, 20%. I would love to tip 20%, but I also need to take care of my finances. In Indonesia, when you are in a restaurant, most of the times the tip is already included in the prices of the food. So when you go to a restaurant, you don't really tip. Maybe when you go to a massage place, you do tip, but it's completely optional. When I say tip, I mean service fee, not necessarily a tip. In Mexico, it's almost mandatory. Like if you don't tip, the waiter will be upset. Like, how dare you? You didn't tip. Regardless if his service was good or not, they will be offended. It's an unwritten rule. In a way, I think it's okay. But sometimes you find waiters that abuse of that. Like today, we went to a place, we sat for 40 minutes in that place, and we literally only ordered a drink. The waiter was standard, nice and friendly, nothing above or beyond. As the place was too beautiful, a drink that usually would cost you 60,000 IDR in Mexico, in this restaurant, that drink was 110,000 IDR. So when the bill arrived, we pay, and I asked the waiter to include 10% of tip, and the waiter said, couldn't it be 15%? And that's something that really makes me upset because it's optional. The waiter was not disrespectful, but when I said no, then please, he said, well, at least 12%. And I was like, what's wrong with this waiter? Like, he doesn't really know my finances. He doesn't really know if I can afford pay more. And it's optional. He shouldn't demand anything. Even if I say 0%, he should be fine with that. But it's just like, it happens not always, but let's say 2 times out of 10 that you sit on a place, you have somebody like that. And that's something that I really hate about service in Mexico. And that since 2019 that I have been coming and going from Mexico to Indonesia, I have never experienced that. When you leave a tip, regardless the tip, if it's big, if it's small, people is grateful, people is happy. Yeah, maybe sometimes you don't meet the waiter expectation, but they won't let you know. They're simply polite. And that's the way it should be all over the world. So I just wanted to say to all those in the service industry in Indonesia, wow, congratulations, you're doing a great job. And I think people should learn of the Indonesian service standards. And I'm not saying that Mexican service is bad, because again, it's very good. But when it comes with conditions, better not. Better do something else. There used to be a belief that because their salary is too low. I know some salaries could be too low, but I also know that in certain restaurants, the salary is not low, but you just need to tip. But anyway, I just needed to vent because I was super upset about that situation. And I was telling my husband, if we were in Indonesia, this wouldn't have happened. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Guys, dari pembahasan ini, kita bisa mengambil pelajaran bahwa dalam memberikan pelayanan, yang paling penting bukan hanya soal standar atau aturan, tetapi juga ketulusan dan sikap menghargai sesama. Baik itu dalam bisnis, pekerjaan, maupun kehidupan sehari-hari, sikap ramah, tulus, dan tidak membeda-bedakan orang adalah nilai yang sangat penting untuk dijaga. Sebagai saran, mari kita mulai dari hal kecil, memperlakukan orang lain dengan baik tanpa memandang status, jabatan, atau latar belakang. Karena pada akhirnya, pelayanan terbaik adalah yang mampu membuat orang lain merasa dihargai sebagai manusia. Semoga kita semua bisa mengambil hikmah dari perbedaan ini dan menjadi pribadi yang lebih baik lagi. Terima kasih sudah menonton di CM Religi. Jangan lupa like, komen, dan subscribe ya guys. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya. Berbeda dengan yang sering ditemui di Malaysia, di mana pelayanan cenderung lebih formal dan terkadang terasa seperti ada standar tertentu yang harus dipenuhi untuk mendapatkan perlakuan terbaik. Bahkan, muncul anggapan bahwa untuk mendapatkan pelayanan maksimal, seseorang harus berada di posisi spesial atau seperti raja terlebih dahulu. Inilah yang kemudian menjadi kontras ketika dibandingkan dengan Indonesia, di mana pelayanan yang baik bisa dirasakan oleh siapa saja tanpa harus melihat status. Menariknya, perbedaan ini sebenarnya bukan soal mana yang lebih baik atau lebih buruk, tetapi lebih kepada budaya yang berkembang di masing-masing negara. Indonesia dikenal dengan keramahan dan kehangatan masyarakatnya, sehingga pelayanan pun terasa lebih membumi dan egaliter. Sementara itu, Malaysia memiliki pendekatan yang lebih terstruktur dan profesional, yang juga memiliki nilai positif tersendiri. Dari sini, kita bisa belajar bahwa setiap budaya memiliki cara unik dalam memperlakukan orang lain. Apa yang dianggap biasa di satu tempat bisa jadi terasa luar biasa di tempat lain. Dan justru dari perbedaan inilah kita bisa saling memahami dan menghargai satu sama lain. Guys, dari pembahasan ini kita bisa mengambil pelajaran bahwa dalam memberikan pelayanan, yang paling penting bukan hanya soal standar atau